OG Lee in the house once again. Thank goodness. When I talk to young people, I want to mention this because this is going to be something that you're going to see in your lifetime now that I've experienced it and know that it happens. When people are trying to change your mind, they spend millions and sometimes billions of dollars to do that. Message, when you consider that, and you look at anything changing, the first thing you got to think is, what's behind this and who's behind it? Message, whatever you believe, hold to what you believe. Change, in fact, it may be something bought and paid for. People are acting as front people to keep putting in front of you something that they want to change. Message, it may not even be the people that really wanted it, but it gets pushed in front of them so much, most people don't know what to think. They're followers, and so they start regurgitating, repeating the same thing that these paid people have been putting out there. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. In Oklahoma, just this morning, Johnson&Johnson, one of America's most supposedly reliable companies, was given a damage award that they had to pay of more than $500 million. 500 million, in excess of 500 million, $500 million. Why? Because it was found, and this is all in discovery, so it's all there, all legitimate information, that since the early 2000s and even going into the late 90s, they have been scheming to basically addict people to opioids. Message, that company referred to as, or the operatives in that company referred to as kingpins. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids through their whole lobby and through their whole campaign, paid millions and millions of dollars to doctors and to spokespeople to speak for them. When the communities acted against it and talked about the addictive properties and what have you, they actually went and did studies that talked about pseudo addictions. I want you to go and look up pseudo addictions and start seeing what Johnson & Johnson's colluded to do and what they were found guilty of and had to pay $500 million for. These people who they had all throughout America pushing all of these doctors to use these opioids was paid for by Johnson & Johnson. So over years, their scheme was to change the people's way of thinking about the use of opioids and to change doctors' ways. Any doctors who said, hey, no, if you give people these opioids, they get addicted and blah, 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 blah. They fought against it and said, oh no, here's Dr. Such and Such from UCLA. He says this. And he talked against it. But if you look, he was bought and paid for. They actually were colluding. This is an American company. Knowingly, they were found guilty of this. Knowingly, they refer to them as drug kingpins. They knowingly introduced this stuff slowly but surely to the point where they have 50,000 people a year dying of opioids in America. If shit is addictive, you got to tell people, man. You know people like to pop pills and shit. You got to tell them that shit is addictive. You can't just give these motherfuckers these pills like that, man. And they were doing it for what is the ultimate greed, for money. And this is America. Operatives in that company referred to as kingpins. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids. I'm just mentioning that to say that people can be bought and paid for in terms of campaigns to change your mind about anything if you allow it. Message, people are paying people to keep putting that in front of you. On TV, they're paying to put this shit in front of you. And on the radio, anything you're looking at, anything you're talking about, all of the academics are behind shit. It makes you believe it. Don't change your mind on shit. If you've been taught something, you've been socialized into it, even if it's your culture as far as religion. Don't let these people in this world, don't let them change you. Because I'm telling you, their agenda is way different from yours. But the one thing you can know is they are definitely going to be encouraged by a monetary gain. They're going to be encouraged by a monetary gain. Message, if shit is addictive, you got to tell people, man. You know people like to pop pills and shit. At the point where I would have said, damn, I ain't feeling no aches and no pains. But I ain't shit in 5 days. That's when I would have been through with it. Message. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids. You know, people like to pop pills and shit. Operatives in that company referred to as kingpins. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids. You know, people like to pop pills and shit, especially white folks. You know, white folks like to pop pills. If you look at that case, what you will see is that this company was able to encourage doctors all across America to start using opioids. What does that say about a cancer drug that comes out? You know, we want to start telling the people that they have this and that kind of cancer and that we can treat it with this drug for the same reason, for monetary gain. I don't know. I'm not saying they're doing that, but that gives you something to think about. When you come up with your kids, you set what's acceptable for you, man, within your values and within your morality. And don't let these people from the outside change your shit. Message. And it's going to be up to someone to say, okay, this is enough. People do have individual rights, but we don't want this in our society as a whole. We have to draw the line somewhere. I don't even believe, I don't even know that I'm in the same country, man. And I don't know of anyone who can even think about pledging an allegiance nowadays. To what? If you got companies like these that are willing to harm you and even kill you for money, I mean, how the fuck can you pledge allegiance to that? And you can't say that, well, that's just this one company. That's what all of these companies... I wouldn't be surprised if they say, hey, you know this meat company here? Man, they're smashing up human bones and mincing them in with it to fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? So they can save money. I wouldn't be surprised because that's what our country has become. I don't know how it gets to be the way you can just say, well, I pledge allegiance to this, as opposed to saying, God damn, I gotta watch my back to this. Message. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids. If shit is addictive, you got to tell people, man. You know, people like to pop pills and shit. You got to tell them that shit is addictive. You can't just give these motherfuckers these pills like that, man. At the point where I would have said, damn, I ain't feeling no aches and no pains, but I ain't shit in 5 days. That's when I would have been through with it. Message. As I started, hold fast to what it is that you believe in. Don't let these motherfuckers out here change your mind, because the people you see out front, that's what they doing, fronting. They have ulterior motives a lot of times for saying the shit that they say, trying to convince you to change, to think about some other dumb shit that you don't even believe in. Don't let nothing rule you. 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 Only do things in moderation. Don't overdo things. Don't let nothing rule you. Only do things in moderation. That's what my grandmama used to say. Operatives in that company referred to as kingpins. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids. You know, white folks like to pop pills. Hold fast to what's yours. And do not, if you feel strongly about something, don't let the society cave in on you and say, oh, well, now I gotta change so that I go along and I look like I'm doing what everybody... No. Bullshit. If you believe something to the day you die, hold fast to it. Let people call you a this or that. Don't worry about the labels they give. Operatives in that company referred to as kingpins. They went and bought poppy farms somewhere in South America and began to slowly but surely push these opioids. Whatever you believe, you hold fast to it. Don't let nobody change your mind about something, especially if it has to deal with your morality. Stand on that shit. Message. This is OG Lee, and I'll see you again soon.